Oh, what up, everyone? Welcome back to the 9 to 5.
Good.
Hey,
Oh, shit,
not
my bad.
unwanted noise here. Anyways, welcome back to the 9 to
Yeah.
5. Today it's just me and John. This podcast episode is brought to you by Yahava Coffee. No,
Is
just
it
kidding.
really?
No, it's just that these guys are amazing. I just spilled my coffee just now on the way here. I went back, asked them for a new cup. They just gave me a new cup. They didn't even charge me, man. So shout out to Yahava.
Full up?
Yeah, full up. Oh, of course.
Full up? Damn.
You don't give me half.
No. I thought they were just going to transfer whatever the fuck you had in
No,
there.
no, I spilled the whole cup, bro.
Oh, the whole thing. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
you
so
didn't save any of it.
Basically, what was happening was I was walking out, then I felt like it was going to slip on my hands already. So I knew I was coming for a podcast. I don't want to look like I got drenched or something.
Yes.
So I just fucking, instead of trying to like save it, I was like, nope, it's falling. So I just tossed it right.
Wait, was it outside or in your car?
Yeah, it was outside.
already?
It was,
Okay.
it was on the road. It was on the road,
Yeah,
so it's
okay.
all right. There was no one in front of me as well.
Okay.
I checked to make sure. There was somebody at the left side smoking a cigarette. So I was like, I'm gonna hit it this way. But honestly, this is like the best coffee I've had in the known universe. Besides a few other
Vino's
places.
coffee.
Vino's
Besides
coffee,
Vino's coffee.
can't really. It's different. It's different because they use a machine for this, an espresso machine. But generally, actually, you know what? In fact, generally, the coffee in Singapore is just like way better than many other countries that I've tried in the world. So you see, Robin is nodding in agreement. You know why? Because like, if you go like Australia, you try their best coffee over there. Even the Yahava in Australia, apparently, it's not even close to being like this. I went to Boston, tried their coffee over there as well. The best coffee in Boston, not even close. Not even close. And I swear to God, it's the milk. Remember what Vinod said about the milk? Meiji milk. Yeah. Anyways, what's up, John? So you've been in Reservist for the past few weeks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Next week is going to be my last week.
Wait, how long is your Reservist?
2 weeks. It's a high key. Yeah. Oh, but I'm on my 7th cycle, so we're almost done, people. I'm only turning 28 this year, bro. I'm gonna be done before I even hit 30.
Nice.
Actually, when I hit 30, but
You know what's nice?
What?
Your high key is only 2 weeks, man. Mine is like fucking 3 weeks, you know.
What's your camp?
Sungai Gedong.
Oh, okay. Hey, you know what? Speaking about ICT and the army and everything, we're gonna get into a very sort of serious topic right away, I guess, because I really need to get this off my chest. Because so basically, it's to do with people who aren't, mentally stable, if I could put it that way. I guess you could put it that way, right? Now I'm in Reservist, and we have this kid. I'm not going to say my camp so that we don't get into any fucking trouble or whatever. But basically, I'm doing security detail, and we're in this camp. One of the guys from the active batch, he doesn't seem all there. Like, you can still converse with him, but you know for a fact that he's not on the same level. Yeah. So he's a bit slow, likes to talk to himself a lot. And I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about the guy, but I'm just wondering, because this is the second time I'm having to, deal with a person who's not mentally there.
Second time in the army.
In the army. Because back when I was still active.
The first time was Derek, right?
No. No, I think if it was Derek, it would have been fine, because I'm like up there with him.
Okay. Sorry, continue your story.
Back when I was active, we had this guy who he's like a habitual liar, I guess. Had some anger issues. Like, anger management was not, like, he definitely needed to be in anger management, because I think he had these spouts of paranoia. He'd get paranoid. He'd think that people were talking about him, making fun of him or whatever. So long story short, there was this one time where he was on duty, and there were a few guys that were laughing in another emplacement, and he thought, and the emplacements were next to each other. So one's in a building and they were outside, if you can imagine it. So what happens is that he thinks that the people inside the building were talking about him and laughing about him. So he gets agitated. And then he walks up to the window, because there's a window between the both of them. And he asks them, why are you guys laughing at me? Like, what are you talking about me? Something like that, because I wasn't really there. So apparently the guy inside the building, he's a fucking asshole or whatever. So he, instead of just saying, no, we weren't talking about you, he goes the extra mile and says, bro, you're not that special. No one's talking about you, bro.
And this guy's holding a gun, right?
And this guy's holding a
Oh my
fucking
goodness.
gun, dude. And I'm like, oh shit. So what happens is he gets angry. And in his anger he loads the fucking rounds into his rifle and cocks the weapon. And he points it at my friend.
That's
and
fucked.
I mean,
That's fucked.
it's a fucked up situation, but luckily enough, the gun wasn't fired. So everyone's still alive, whatever. But he does go in a DB. But then the question that I'm trying to put forth is that how are these people even getting into army, you know? Like, why isn't there? Because I don't know if you remember your health checkup when you first signed on. Like, well, not signed on, when you first got conscripted, right?
Yeah.
They didn't ask you any questions about your mental health, like if you're all there in the head.
Nah.
And I was wondering, like, isn't that something that's important? Like, it's an important thing to do so that you're not fucking mixing people who aren't sane in the head and giving these people guns.
You know what? They probably don't do that because it will weed out a number of people, and I guess the SAF just needs the bodies, you know?
I guess
because
so.
I mean, I've encountered a lot of these people as well where
Yeah.
they are not 100% there, and they definitely shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
And,
right? Especially not holding a gun.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely not holding a gun. Yeah, they shouldn't be holding
Because it's
a
happened to
gun.
me twice, and if it's happened to me twice, that's definitely not an isolated situation. It's definitely happening all over the place.
Dude,
You know?
I think it happens to everyone actually.
Yeah.
I think it's widespread enough that everyone has encountered a person
Yeah.
while in NS
Yeah.
that shouldn't be holding a gun.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
shouldn't even be there, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me more about, okay, so that was when you were in your active days,
Yeah.
right? So what about this guy?
So this
right
guy,
now?
I think all the active guys in the base kind of don't want him holding a gun anyway, because
Right.
every time I've had to go out on duty with the guy, he hasn't been the one holding a weapon. So I think maybe they're just being cautious. Maybe.
So this
I don't
is
know.
basically the security troopers,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
security
okay.
troopers, yeah. But the thing is, and I mean, it's not as if I've not been trying to talk to him. Obviously, all the more reason for me to try to talk to him to try and figure out the guy. So, like, I've been talking to him a bit more. He seems, I think it's really just that he's slow. I think,
Right.
because his goal in life is actually to be in aviation. So that's something that I pulled out. And he also seems very close to his mother. So I think it's more to do with him not being very social
Right.
and just being a mama's boy, I think.
So it's
I mean,
not-
without being, that's not an insult. Like, some people are just mama's boys, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking mama's boy. I love my mom to death. But for him, I think the thing that he's missing is the social interaction, because he's just so awkward with people, and he stutters a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's maybe the reason why my initial idea of him was that he was, you know. But definitely
Right.
there's something there that's not all good.
But
not
he's
all right,
relatively
but he's
stable.
relatively stable.
Okay,
Relatively
okay,
stable.
okay.
So but I mean, for a guy like him who's, you know, relatively stable, but he still seems different from the other people, you know, there's going to be like people in the same camp who are just not going to be as understanding.
Yeah, and
You
they're just
know,
gonna bully
there's
him.
gonna be some sort of bullying happening.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
let's be honest, there's a lot of bullying that happens in the SAF, yeah?
Yeah, there
let's be
is a lot.
completely
Yeah,
honest
there
with
is a
that.
lot. Mhm.
I mean, I
That's
myself
true.
have seen it. Hasn't happened to me,
Yeah.
thankfully,
Mm-hmm.
but I've seen it. Like, I mean, when I was stuck in camp for 2 years, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like on a daily basis you see some motherfucker just messing with another person
Yep.
non-stop.
Yeah.
And then eventually, for sure, one day, the person that's bullying, who's getting bullied, will snap.
Yeah.
I mean, it always happens.
It happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it always happens, man. So,
There's a tipping point for sure.
yeah. And,
But-
and when you give these motherfuckers guns as well, you know, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a bad
Yeah.
recipe.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's human nature to kind of react the way that you do to something that you don't understand. Out of fear, maybe, or out of, like, I don't know, just not being able to understand it. You react in a hostile way. So bullying is kind of the outlet for them,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
for things that they don't understand. And it's like, you can't really blame them. But at the same time, it's like, the army can obviously do something about it.
What can they really do, though, honestly?
You can do something about it. You
I mean,
can,
the army is just...
but I guess you're right, because it's a conscription. They want
Yeah.
as many bodies as they can get, so they can't
Yeah.
really afford to weed out the guys who aren't all there.
And because it's a conscription as well, like a lot of the higher ups are conscripts as well, who are just stuck in the same position as you. I mean, I remember when I was in NS, a few of my friends, they were like 22 years old because they finished school a bit late.
Yeah.
And the commanders, they were all like in their 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
Our officer was like a 19-year-old kid as well. He was just like going on a mad power trip because he's a 19-year-old kid who has power over all these other guys. You know, like nothing's going to change because the problem comes down to we are just conscripts. Yep. You know, just in a system.
And we're all young conscripts.
Yeah, we're all young conscripts. So like the whole problem with bullying, like you try to bring that up to one of your 19-year-old officers, they'll be like, you know, suck it up.
Yeah, exactly. They're
Don't be a little
like,
bitch. Yeah, something like that.
That's true.
Nothing is ever gonna change when it comes to the SAF, man. Yeah. Honestly, which is why recently when but that was SCDF when somebody died, right? Yeah, the whole hazing ritual. Yeah, that shit happens in the army all the time as well. I'm surprised not more people don't die from that. You know, because
it usually doesn't get intense. Like it gets to a point where it sucks for sure. Because I mean, hazing is a thing that just happens, right? Yeah. But I think all of the ones that I've been, you know, subjected to were still quite tame. Like you could still deal with it. Like you already had some experience with it, so you know that they're just doing it to fuck with you. Yeah. And then after a while, eventually, like after they're done with that, you guys just become bros, whatever. It's like it's something that bros do to each other for some fucked up reason.
Sometimes like,
it just goes too far.
Yeah, sometimes it goes too far because like the person they are hazing is just a bit of a prick. Yeah. And I remember there was, speaking of like people who definitely shouldn't be in the army, there was one guy when I was in BMT. Basically during the firing range as well, they took all of us away from the firing range before they sent him out to do his shoot. The fuck? Because everybody knew, the whole company knew, probably even the whole battalion knew that this guy was probably not all there, you know. It's so obvious. And why the fuck is this guy in the army in the first place, honestly? So yeah, he's just one of those guys that are a little bit mentally unstable. Even the grenade, so they got all of us away first before they sent him out to throw the grenade. The officer that was supervising him, I bet he was shitting himself. Because again, another 19-year-old dude that's normally power tripping, but this time he's like, oh shit, shit just got real.
All the things, dude. I mean, honestly, if they really wanted to, they could just pull him out, right? They don't even have to make him do the firing range and the grenade throwing, right?
You know, I think it'll be a lot more trouble to pull him out than to just kind of like force him through the motion and try to finish up BMT. Honestly.
Yeah. But but in another sense, that kind of shows you how much of a fucking bitch your commanders are, right? Once they actually get into, like, they've been fucking with this guy all month long, and then suddenly you get to a firing range with live rounds, and suddenly they become little bitches.
Well,
like, fucking staying, man. Like,
hold on. Let's be honest. Like, if I was in that position, I'll be fucking terrified as well, because I know this guy is mentally unstable. You know, I definitely feel like this guy shouldn't be holding a gun, but now I'm standing beside him, telling him, okay, aim at the target, don't aim at me.
No, but I mean, you wouldn't even have to worry about that if you were just like fucking, you know, getting on the guy's good side in the first place. Like, not even fucking with him, right? It was, like, why do you have to fuck with a guy?
First of all, I was in mono intake, So, like, mono intake is a bit different from regular BMTC where you go to Tekong. Yeah, because Tekong, like, from what I hear from the guys that came into our unit from Tekong, like, they were telling us, like, the hazing is, they don't really have hazing. And whenever, like, they have, like, Tekan sessions, like, they don't get, like, okay, I saw somebody get smacked with a jerry can before.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, same guy, same power tripping officer, holding a jerry can filled with water, smacked this guy across the face, and oh, sorry, accident. Fuck you, bro. Power tripping motherfucker. Yeah, see, that's the problem with having 20-year-old conscripts coming as officers, you know? Yeah. And, shit, I forgot what I was going to say about that guy. But basically, the guy was definitely unstable. And, right. Why... They didn't really have a choice of not like pushing him. The commanders didn't really have a choice because we were in a mono intake, and when it comes to mono intake, like the only way to get you to fall in line is to push you. Like, that's just the culture of it. Because like, you have to remember when you go into mono intake, like most of the guys, they're like, a lot of them
they're still angsty teenagers. So
not just that, a lot of them are
place.
like ex-criminals.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
true.
I mean,
From
like
boys' home.
Yeah,
stuff
boys'
like
home.
that,
Like two of my best friends, they're like they came out from boys' home, then they enlisted. You know, so like the only thing they understand is, you know,
violence.
Not just violence, but just pressure.
But like pressure,
Yeah, the only way to push them into the mold is pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy was just unfortunate. He's just a little bit mentally unstable. He didn't really understand much, but he was just in this environment of like mono intake. So the only way they knew how to kind of get him to fit in was to push him. But problem is this guy doesn't understand it. Yeah, because like I said, he's just not 100% there. Yeah.
Did you ever hear what happened to the guy afterwards?
Yeah, they posted him out to the A-Tech unit. You know, the Op 4 unit, meaning they're the opposition. They are basically like the enemies. Yeah, so he got posted to that unit. That unit apparently it sucks. You see, even when he's out of BMT, they're still fucking with him.
Oh my god!
You know, they posted him to like one of the worst units to get posted to. Basically, the Op 4...
He's doing everything that would create a murderer.
Yeah, exactly. No, but this is the problem. Is like, that is army culture. That is army culture. Again, I need to say, I'm surprised that not more people don't die in the army.
Yeah.
I mean, already a lot of people die in the army. Like,
but you're playing with fire, man.
Yeah, you're playing with fire. More people... Yeah. I'm just surprised more people don't die from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Op 4 is basically a unit where every few months they have to go out and fight another unit to test their capabilities.
But you know the guy that you have to be the most worried about putting into the wrong vocation or like to the wrong position? Any guy that you put into the armory. Any guy that's handling all of the fucking weapons and ammo that you have, you better make sure that motherfucker is sane.
Yeah.
And you better make sure you're not fucking with that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, do they really get ammo?
Yeah.
Is there ammo? Oh, in the armory? Because not in the arm squad, right?
No.
Okay, the arm squad, there's no ammo inside the arm squad. But in the armory, I don't think I've ever been in the armory before.
Yeah. But that's why they have that whole system of you get your weapon from this side and then you get your ammo from another side, so that you like two people, like one person never has a hold of everything. See,
that's kind of like having a gun in a house, but having the pistol by your bedside and the magazine in a safe.
Yeah.
If the intruder comes,
you're so fucked.
Like, hold on, let me go grab my magazine. While he's chasing you with
right
like some
intruder.
He's chasing you with a fucking parang or something. You're like, hold on.
Wait right there, intruder. Let me just get my ammo. I got my gun. I don't know my bullets yet. Give me a second.
Might not exactly be the... but I mean, I get the rationale behind that.
The rationale behind that is sound. And I mean, you've always got guys on duty defending the gate anyway. So there's already a person outside who has the weapon and the ammo. And
dude, don't the people defending the gate have like 5 rounds?
Yeah.
So but, enough to like take out like a car?
Not really, no.
Maybe the wheels of a car.
And I mean, let's be honest. A lot of the people that are in the army, they don't know how to aim for shit. Even at 100 meters, people fucking miss, dude.
To be fair, my company, they did pretty well. Yeah, they're all pretty good shooters. Yeah. In fact, I would say like 80% of them got like the marksman.
No. I'm talking about like the people doing security detail, your security troopers. Is it? Yeah, no. A lot of them are a lot of us, I'm not saying them, a lot of us are the people that couldn't make it into like a serious vocation. Well, you know, the guys who, because for my part, the reason why I couldn't get into like infantry or whatever or any of the other campsites, right? Is because by the time I was about to POP, I dislocated my elbow. And my elbow was going to take a fucking long time to recover. So they couldn't post me into any, you know, like serious campsites. Because it was going to take a while for my shit to recover. So I just got posted into security trooper. And by the time I got there, I realized that we were all the guys that just couldn't pass a certain aspect of BMT. Like either you weren't that fit or you couldn't aim for nuts. So you get posted as a security guard. So, I mean, and I kind of feel like that's the wrong thing to be doing because we're security troopers in a base. You're protecting a key installation. You're kind of the first line of defense. You have to at least make sure that these guys are competent enough with a rifle, like that they can shoot someone to injure. Because, like, when you're working security detail, the first thing they tell you is you're not supposed to be shooting to kill. You're supposed to be shooting to injure.
See, that's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot easier said than done. And it's even harder to do that if you've got people who aren't that great, that aren't marksmen.
Yeah. I mean, it's already very hard to shoot someone's, like, aim for the leg or something. Like, whenever you're shooting, they always teach you aim for the widest area, which is the chest and the torso area. You know, but... yeah, speaking of incompetence, I mean, when was the last time you went into the army, either for reservists or back when you were in active days? When was the last time you went in there and then you're like, wow, this place is full of competent people?
That's true. That's true.
I mean, if there's one thing about the army that I learned is it is possibly the most disorganized organization I've ever been in. Shit, man, I feel like we might get in trouble for saying that. But
we're not naming anything specific, so whatever.
And hopefully nobody from the army listens to this and gets all triggered and be like, oh my god, no, these guys are wrong. These guys are wrong.
Yeah.
Some high-ranking general.
I mean, at some point in time, you have to fucking look yourself in the mirror and tell me for a fact that your base is running at optimal level, because it's not.
See, but the thing about the army, one thing I realized, right, is the people who are, like, say, in middle management, you know the term wayang, right? Mm-hmm. They're damn good at that shit, man.
Yeah, they're fucking good at that
so
shit.
maybe the people at the top really think like, oh shit, everything is running smoothly, you know, and you really only see like how incompetent all the people
when you're on the ground.
Yeah, when you're in the ground, when you're in the whole situation of being like as one of the troopers or like one of the sergeants, the middle commanders.
But I think at the same time, that's just from us being put into vocations that aren't on the front lines per se.
Dude, I was in armor, dude. So like,
no, as in,
that's pretty.
I'm saying you were in armor, right? But I mean, I'm saying about those dudes. I forget what they're called, like the first response team or whatever.
The ADF.
Yeah, the ADF.
Right.
Those guys.
But those guys are like regulars. They are.
Yeah, I know
regulars.
exactly. They're regulars.
Yeah.
So they're doing right. They're doing.
You can't really compare that because those are like professional soldiers.
Exactly.
Compared to like
I'm saying
conscripts.
When you really get down to it, when you're talking about the professionals in the army, those guys are doing everything right. The only weird shit that happens is from bases where a large percentage of the people that are working in there are conscripts.
Yeah, but how much of a percentage of the SAF is made up of conscripts? You know?
A lot.
A lot.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Would you dare say maybe 70%? I would dare say 80% actually are made up of conscripts.
Yeah.
And the thing about conscripts is I was a conscript, so I know this. We don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck.
We just kind of...
We want to finish that 2 years.
Yeah, we try to do like the... Well, not... I wouldn't say bare minimum, because when I was in NS, like, I was damn siao on, bro. Like,
honestly, before before I got my shit dislocated, I was siao on as a fucking asshole too, dude. I want to do everything, bro.
Yeah, same. I mean, because I knew I was like going to be stuck in there for 2 years already.
That's the mindset I
might
had
as well
too.
just fucking go for it.
That's the mindset I had too. I was like, I'm going to be stuck here for 2 years. I might as well get the most out of this shit.
Yeah.
Fucking shoot whatever the fuck they want me to shoot, do whatever the fuck they want me to do, and do it right. Like, do it proper.
Do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
until the fucking dislocation.
Yeah, and
I was
then
like,
realize
fuck this.
that.
I can't deal with this security trooper shit. This is just bullshit. Like,
yeah. For me, I kind of started. Dude, there was a point where I was like, fuck, man, maybe I should sign on or something. Then I was like talking to my friends about it. It's only towards like the end of my national service. Then I was like,
that bond is not a good idea, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like, because like during BMT, you don't quite see what the organization is like. It's only when you're out of BMT and then you get posted to a unit. For me, mono intake sort of stuck in the same unit. Yeah, so once you're in the unit, then you start seeing how the unit runs. Then you realize, holy shit, this is a disorganized mess.
No, and the thing is, right, when you first get into BMT, all their shit is amazing, bro.
Yeah.
All their shit. You go to fucking seminars and shit. They tell you about all the talks, like if you sign on.
Yeah.
And they have all the fucking awesome slides with the awesome videos, like making you want to sign on because you're like, I want to fight for the fucking country.
They make it look fucking cool.
They
dude.
make it look fucking cool. They're like, yo, if you join the army, bro, you get to write all this shit. You get to protect your country. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I would. If I didn't know any better, I would have fucking signed on too.
Yeah.
But then I was always just that skeptical motherfucker.
Yeah.
So even when they were fucking, showing me all this cool shit, I was like, it can't be right.
Yeah, something seems off, right?
Yeah.
And also I think a lot of people like consider signing on during BMT because BMT is arguably the most fun you're gonna have while in while serving your NS. Because it's the only time in NS where you are more or less busy every day, and every day there's some kind of activity, and every day you're just like doing something new, doing something brand new. But
And
once
honestly, I kind of feel like it's also partly to do with the numbers as well, because
numbers,
the amount of money that you're getting paid if you sign on. Wait, bear with me for a minute. We're talking about teenagers who most of them have not had like a proper job before. So you put like 2,500 in front of their faces, and they suddenly think, "Oh my God, all the shit I could do with that money."
Yeah,
you know.
So and the bond is quite a lot of money.
And the bond is quite a lot of money. It's like what, like 10,000 if you sign a 5-year bond or some shit or whatever. That
is
was
it like, only 10,000?
I don't know. That was my that was what I remember. Like I think it was more than that.
I think it's more than that, man.
But still, you put all those numbers in front of their faces. A lot of them are gonna have the idea of signing on just from the money alone.
Yeah,
because they haven't had jobs before.
Yeah,
a lot of the people that you're talking to are teenagers who are like, that's a lot of zeros, bro.
Yeah, yeah. For me, like a lot of my friends when I was in morning intake. In fact, I had one friend that had a wife and a kid already. So like, that's one of his driving, one of his motivations to sign on.
Yeah.
But he didn't in the end. He decided to AWOL.
That's a weird turn.
He decided to AWOL and then
kind of went to the other side of the extreme, didn't you?
And then he reappeared. He re-emerged for a second, and then they caught him, threw him in DB, and then he came back to serve. And then I think he tried to like break his own leg or some shit like that. This thing is common. It's common, yeah. Because nobody really wants to be there.
No, but the thing is, if you're not a sign-on and you're a teenager who, for lack of a better way to put it, you have a family at a very young age, so you're working in between jobs and stuff. So you get into the army, you get conscripted into the army, and suddenly you have to work with what, like $500, to feed your family for like the whole fucking month. A lot of people are gonna be like, nah, fuck this. I need to work outside too.
Dude, that's
why a lot of the AWOLs happen.
Yeah,
because they want to work. They want to moonlight.
Yeah,
because they can't provide for their family with just $500.
Yeah, Dude, that's exactly why he decided to AWOL, because I mean the guy has a kid, like $500 from fucking BMT as a recruit. You're not gonna pay shit with $500.
Yeah.
And consider this as well. They have us in there from Monday to Friday. We don't get to leave. And all they give us is fucking $500 and say, oh, thanks for serving the country.
Yeah,
Dude.
exactly. Exactly. That's what I think, yeah. And I mean, a lot of these people are like, fuck the country.
Yeah.
Fuck the country. I want to provide for my family first.
You know the thing is, right, I met a lot of people that were like super enthusiastic about defending the country and being for Singapore until they finish the army. Once they finish the army, then they're like, you know what, fuck this place, because like not only do you take me away for 2 years and like basically halt my life for 2 years and basically at the prime of your life as well, because
you don't give me anything to show to my family for.
And after that, for the next 10 years, they still call you back for like 2-3 weeks. You know, next year I'm gonna have like 2 high keys in a single year. Yeah.
And that's only gonna count as one, right?
Nah, I think they're gonna count it as 2. I think they're gonna count it as 2.
Cut it the fiscal year.
Yeah. Because they are both gonna be like 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks. Yeah, that's nuts, dude. That's a long ass reserve. And let's talk about reservists for a second as well, because reservist is such a waste of time, man. Like you go back for 3 weeks. I would say maybe like 70% of the time you're doing jack shit.
Yeah, and because like they call you back for reservists, but it's not as if they have a plan for you.
Yeah, they come back and then they start making the plan.
Yeah,
then
I'm like, bro, you fucking call me back, but you don't have a plan for it.
You know how the first day like basically the first day of reservists you basically don't do shit, right?
Yeah, because for them it's like it's mandatory to call you back. Like they just have to call you back because it's part of the fucking whatever the rules or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not as if they have a game plan for what the fuck they're supposed to be getting you to do.
Yeah.
They just have to do it because it's there in the paper. I have to call these guys back.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be the priority. The priority isn't supposed to be calling them back to do jack shit. Priority is to call them back because you need something done.
Yeah.
The fuck?
And I mean, like, honestly, there are whole days, there are entire days during reservists where we just sit in the bunk. We go out for like lunch.
And wait.
And then we come back up and then we just chill again and do nothing. Do nothing.
That's it. That's about it.
That's like the majority of reservists, man. Mm-hmm. And like the thing that pisses me off the most about reservists is like the very first day when you're supposed to improv, they call you to come back at like 8 a.m.
Everyone's late.
No, not just everyone's late. Basically, for sure everyone's late. Yeah, but everyone's late for a reason because everyone knows
it's not gonna start.
Yeah,
at that timing.
And no, not just it's not gonna start at that timing. It's like the first day is basically you just come in and you do nothing. Mm. Yeah. So for me, I try to like give excuses for why I need to show up in the afternoon. And even when I show up in the afternoon, I show up and then like I see all my friends, they're just chilling, sitting on the bed, staring at each other. Like the catch-up session is over, man. They've been talking to each other for like 3 hours really at this point. Yep. There's only so much you can catch up with a bunch of people, you know? Yeah.
And the thing is, for some people, they actually kind of enjoy being called back to ICT because it's a bit of respite from their work.
Yeah, I get it.
So,
I mean,
kind of there's good and bad to it. But yeah, there is.
I do get it because I do have quite a number of friends who, when they go back to ICT, they actually enjoy their time there because their work is tough and they definitely don't get paid enough.
Yeah.
Like one of my friends who works as a banker, actually he's one of my camp mates. He told me like the thing is like sometimes you see people who work very hard and then they get paid well. You know, then you see like, oh, maybe that could be me as well. But then he also said, but the sad truth is, right, there are a lot of people that work just as hard, but they don't even get close.
Yep. Close
to the same amount. You know, they just get paid like a regular wage.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said that's the sad reality of it. Which is why, I mean, I guess a lot of people, when they go back for reservists, they have a good time.
Yeah, that's just a weird disparity of things, isn't it? It's like you work so hard, but just because you didn't attain a good enough educational background, so you don't earn. It's not
really just the education. Sometimes it's like the line of work as well.
Yeah, true.
The line of work just doesn't really pay very well, and sometimes it's really the line of work. Yeah, dude, but whatever, man. Fuck the SAF.
Just gonna put it out.
Tired of the shit, man. Tired of the shit.
Gonna fix your shit, man.
I can't wait to finish my 10 years.
How many more cycles you got?
I think I have 4, man. I think I have 4 more cycles before I'm done.
We're about there.
Yeah.
I can almost say fuck it to everything.
Yeah.
But let's jump out of that.
Yeah, let's get out of the whole SAF thing, man. It's kind of depressing. Thinking about reservists, Jesus Christ.
No, but okay, before we get out of that, I mean, for anyone watching, like, you can feel free to drop in the comments if you have any, like, you know, instances of when you were in camp and you just had these people who weren't sound of head, like, you know, weren't really up there in the mental department. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of us who've had that before, for sure. You know,
I mean, it doesn't just have to be that.
Tell me your stories.
Yeah.
Tell me your stories.
I mean, even if you have something you want to get off your chest about the SAF, feel free to just drop us a comment.
Actually, don't. We don't want to be the one to start a movement.
Oh man, yeah, actually, yes, yeah. What
I just want stories about like anyone who's had like. I just want, you know, stories of anyone who's had encounters with someone who's not mentally sound. I mean, I'm not trying to start a revolution here, bro. We just want to talk. We just want to talk.
We're just trying to speak the truth, man. Yeah. Try to improve our national service culture. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hop off this this train wreck.
TJ Dillashaw this weekend.
Dude, I'm glad you brought that up. Because I'm so hyped for the fight. I'm so hyped for the fight. So
TJ Dillashaw, for anyone who doesn't know, we're talking about UFC now. We're just jumping straight into UFC from the Army, whatever. TJ Dillashaw is, what's his weight?
135.
135.
Yeah, bantamweight. And he'll be facing off Cody Garbrandt, the former bantamweight champ.
Yep.
Actually, this is a rematch between the two of them. The first fight, Cody Garbrandt actually knocked down TJ Dillashaw, but that was like during the last 10 seconds of the fight, of the first round, sorry. So and TJ Dillashaw came back in the second round, landed a beautiful head kick first, which got Cody Garbrandt to come forward a bit more, and then eventually TJ Dillashaw knocked him out.
Yep.
And won the bantamweight World Championship from Cody Garbrandt, and they're having their rematch tomorrow. No, not tomorrow.
Well, they'll have their
tomorrow in
rematch when, on Sunday, what's the date?
Sunday,
5th of August.
Yeah, 5th of August for Singapore time, 4th of August for US time.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be a banger of a fight because there's like some real animosity between the two of them.
They literally hate each other. That's not just a performance, because a lot of the people who have rivalries in UFC, it's usually just a performance to get the ratings up and to get more people interested in the fight. But TJ Dillashaw and Cody, they for sure hate each other's guts.
Yeah.
Like, for real hate each other.
Yeah.
It's scary how much they hate each other, dude.
Have you been following the hype videos and the promo stuff?
No, not really, because I'm not super into it. I just like watching the matches themselves.
I see.
Yeah.
See, I used to be like that, but then after a while, I just
though.
got really into it. It kind of feels like watching reality TV shows.
Yeah.
Which I normally don't do.
Because UFC is straddling that line between entertainment and real fighting.
Yeah, they are definitely straddling that line. But yeah, the build up so far has been quite okay. Like the first fight, the build up between Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw was a lot more chaotic. Like they were just like yelling at each other and shit.
The weigh-ins were crazy.
Yeah, the weigh-ins were crazy. But for so far, for this rematch, even their face-off was quite calm, man. They were just staring at each other and then they just turn around.
I think because they just want to save everything and just explode in the ring, man.
Yeah.
Wanna fucking go at it.
How do you think the fight is going to turn out, though?
Honestly, because I haven't been really keeping track of what they've been doing and how their training has been going, but I think at this point TJ Dillashaw might keep his title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I have to agree there, but see, Cody Garbrandt has like a special wild card, and that is like a one-shot knockout power, and that is always something that can change the course of a fight.
Yeah.
But TJ Dillashaw does have quite a lot more weapons at his disposal.
Yeah.
I mean, he has hands, he has kicks, he has his
He has
wrestling.
some ground game as well.
Yeah, his wrestling is. I mean, he's a super high level wrestler. Actually,
Yeah.
he just doesn't really display it as much. At least not against Cody Garbrandt in their last fight, but against like guys like John Lineker back. I think it was like last year or last year when he fought him. Yeah, he was displaying that beautiful takedown, just like fake set up jab and drop
then
level change
carrying him.
takedown. Yeah. But John Lineker was a G as well. The guy can't be put away.
Yeah,
can't be put away.
Just kept standing up, dude. What the fuck?
Have you been following the co-main event stuff as well?
No, not really.
Demetrius Johnson and Henry Cejudo.
No.
Okay, let me paint this picture for you. So we have arguably, it's not even an argument actually. Demetrius Johnson is currently the most dominant champion in the UFC.
Yes.
I think he's going for like 12 consecutive title defenses now. He already beat Anderson Silva's record. And the fight with Henry Cejudo is a rematch. Yeah. But Henry Cejudo is also an Olympic wrestler, gold medalist. Yeah, and he's been getting a lot better. In fact, he fought a guy that Demetrius Johnson fought. Was it Wilson Hayes? Yeah, basically Demetrius Johnson finished him with an armbar, I believe, but Henry Cejudo knocked him the fuck out. Yeah, because Henry Cejudo has been developing some of that karate stance, striking, which is seems to be making quite some waves in MMA right now. You see like even Conor McGregor has a very wide stance. You look at like guys like Stephen Thompson
and like Lyoto Machida.
Yeah, Lyoto Machida. Even think of someone like Ryan Hall. I'm not sure whether you know who Ryan Hall is, but Ryan Hall.
No idea.
Ryan Hall is like a jiu-jitsu wizard. So basically, the guy transitioned from jiu-jitsu into MMA, and then to supplement his jiu-jitsu, he decided to pick up like the karate style of fighting, like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, the style of fighting where he keeps you very long with his legs. And then he tries to like hit kick you. Yeah. And then like the moment you come in, he's just gonna drop down and try to pull guard and then like leg lock the shit out of you. So it's such a you're either gonna get kicked in the face or you're gonna have to go and go into the
pick
the
your
shark
poison,
tank.
man.
Yeah, because like Ryan Hall on the ground, like he outmatches he outclasses a lot of people. Well,
What's his weight class though?
Ryan Hall, he's in the same weight class as Gray Maynard. So what is that? I can't remember, man. I think it's 155 if I'm not wrong, because his last fight was against Gray Maynard. Unfortunately, he hasn't fought against.
That's Damian Maia's weight class as well, right?
No, Damian Maia is in 170. That's welterweight. Recently lost to Kobe Covington.
Yeah.
Who?
He's a loudmouth.
Dude,
Covington is a loudmouth.
He just brought his. He just brought his interim title belt, which he's gonna get stripped, which is a damn dumb move. But he brought his interim title to the White House today to show it to the President Donald Trump. So there's a picture on Instagram right now.
He did
with Donald
say he
Trump.
was gonna do that.
Yeah, he did say he was gonna do that. So there's a picture on Instagram right now with Kobe Covington wearing the red MAGA hat. And Donald Trump holding the UFC belt.
So, I mean, for anyone not familiar with Kobe Covington, he's a loudmouth in the UFC right now. He's along the same lines as Conor McGregor in terms of his showmanship. But for Kobe Covington, the thing about him is all his showboating actually makes him look more of like a fucking joke as opposed to someone to watch out for. Until you get into the ring with him, because he does have a lot of skill to back up all that talk.
Yeah.
But honestly, when he talks outside of the ring, I mean, the guy could learn a bit about shutting the fuck up every now and then, honestly.
Okay, but to be fair, right, it got him an interim title shot.
That is true.
You know, like,
all that showboating, got Dana White to approve his shit.
I have to agree with you that it's quite cringeworthy though, because some of the shit he says is just like on repeat. Like, we're just gonna make MMA great again. Like, come on, dude. You're just ripping off Donald Trump, man. Now you're just ripping off ripping off the Donald so that you get some haters. Watching your videos and shit. But yeah, like you were saying, when he goes into the cage, he is a bit of a monster. Yeah, he is a bit of a monster. I mean, he just beat RDA, which was a former lightweight champion,
Rafael dos Anjos.
Yeah, and he beat him decisively.
Yeah, he was just a monster in the ring, dude. He was everywhere.
You know, there's one thing.
He was like a Wolverine, bro.
Yeah,
like a Tasmanian devil.
He just kept moving forward
everywhere.
Yeah, and there's one thing they always say that when it comes to fighting, it cannot be beat. This guy is just honking. I was like,
that's what Kobe Covington sounds like to me.
It's like a very loud and noisy horn, right?
Loud, obnoxious horn.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, they always say if there's one thing that has never really been beat before in MMA, it's constant pressure. Just constant pressure and a pace that your opponent cannot keep
match.
Up with.
Yeah, for sure.
Because just imagine, like, I mean, even in jiu-jitsu, like, well, not so much in jiu-jitsu with the gi, because with the gi, the guy can hold you down, and then there's no pace anymore. Yeah. But yeah, just imagine somebody is like sprinting with you, and then he's just moving so much faster than you, and you just can't keep up.
A guy who's going to mash you with all his fucking advances is going to mess up your game plan. Because he's going to make you work to his rhythm as opposed to what you were planning when you started the match. So he fucks up people's rhythm.
Yeah.
By being so obnoxiously up front with his attacks and shit. Yeah. And, but I think that kind of style wouldn't work against someone like Yoel Romero. Because he just explodes when he wants to.
Wow, that's a good point, man, actually. How would it match out with Yoel Romero? Well, they're not in the same weight class.
Yeah, but if you had someone like Kobe in Yoel's weight class, I think it would be I think it would be hard to do something like that against Yoel. Because I feel like throughout all of Yoel's fights, he's never been the type to change his rhythm just because of someone someone can't dictate the match for him. He's just gonna turtle up, wait for that opening, and just explode for no fucking reason. Yeah, So I feel like a guy like that who's aggressive tries to come up close to you. All he has to do is turtle up.
I have to disagree there, because in the first fight with Robert Whittaker and Yoel Romero, there's more or less how Robert Whittaker beat him actually, with a constant pace.
Just constant.
But the difference is Colby Covington's pace comes in the form of wrestling.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna try to wrestle Yoel Romero, that's not gonna end well for you because this motherfucker is an Olympic wrestler as well.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put a pace on him, like a striking pace on him, it's been shown that you can beat Yoel Romero with a striking pace.
That is true.
Yeah,
that's true.
And he does gas out because first of all he's a 41-year-old man, and look at the amount of muscle that he packs.
Yeah, dude.
You know, all natural, baby.
Mm-hmm. Spartan.
Yeah. Doesn't look real. Doesn't look real,
dude.
But anyways, what's new with you, bro? How have you been doing? Any new developments in your work or?
Well, not really. Everything's kind of put on pause.
Oh yeah.
While I'm in reservist, so not really much with me. How about you, bro?
Oh, I'm just going to. I'm gonna have a holiday next week. Actually,
yeah.
I'm going to Vietnam, to Sapa.
What doing? Just a holiday, or are you doing something in particular over there?
No, just a holiday. Yeah, holiday with the wife and some of her friends. I just heard that it's very nice over there. Like you actually have to take a train from Hanoi. Once you land in Hanoi, you have to is it Hanoi? Yeah, I think it's Hanoi. Then you take a train down to Sapa because there's no airport over there.
Yeah.
And apparently it's very secluded. It's just like a place with like a lot of rice paddy fields and shit. So it's just a lot of nature.
It's gonna be relaxing as fuck, bro.
Yeah, a lot of hiking as well. I mean, if you check out some of the pictures from that place, it's just scenic view after scenic view. Yeah. But any holidays you've been on recently?
No holidays on my part. I've just been lazing around at home, bro.
Shit, bro. You gotta go on a trip sometime soon, man.
Honestly, I've been I've been messing around with the idea. I think because Derek, I've been in quite a few trips with Derek, and I don't know. I was thinking that it's high time that we all all of us basically, kind of went out again for a little bro trip, and just had fun.
Derek has been traveling quite a bit though.
He
if
has.
you check out his Instagram, he's trying to go to different 30 different countries or
He's
something.
already done it, and
he's already
more,
done it.
and more.
Shit,
yeah,
son,
so
shit.
he basically fucking smashed his bucket list.
Damn. Where was the last place that he recently visited? I saw some pictures from there, but I wasn't sure where it was.
No idea, dude.
Shit, we should bring him on, man, because the number of countries he's been to, I'm sure he's seen some
He's a well-traveled individual, that's for sure.
Yeah, but it still behaves like a retard sometimes. So I don't know whether I can say that word anymore.
Yeah.
Things are so politically correct nowadays. I don't know whether I can even use the R word.
It's tough being vocal about a lot of things, like not having a leash to pull yourself back with. Just fucking learning whatever the fuck comes to mind. Like, it's gonna get you in trouble, bro.
Yeah, I feel like there's a fine line between being brutally honest and being an asshole, though.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm trying not to cross that line. I just try to speak my mind, but I try not to be an asshole about it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot of things where you just have to be blunt. Because if you're not blunt, people think that you're a pushover.
Yeah.
You just gotta fucking say it.
Yeah.
Say that shit, bro. If you really don't want what a fucking person is doing to you, say that shit.
Yeah. Fine balance. Fine balance.
But you gotta find balance. Too.
Yeah, dude. So where you were saying, Derek was talking to you about having a trip, a bro trip, right? Where was he talking about though? Any idea?
No idea.
No
idea. But I think we should all just start planning for that.
US again.
Maybe, I don't mind.
Maybe we leave John out, not you, John, but Jonathan. We call him along as well, but we kind of leave him out of the hotel room situation.
You stay in your own room.
Yeah, this guy snores until the doors vibrate.
Can't deal with your snoring. And the motherfucker can sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
He can sleep anywhere. Like, I remember when we were doing our trip to Oklahoma, because we were studying there, right?
Yeah.
And then he just fucking slept while we were playing PlayStation. We were playing fucking video games. This motherfucker just sat right in front of the couch, just died there.
Dude, but remember he was shopping for some shit online or something.
And he just started snoring.
He just had his laptop on his belly. Then all of a sudden his hands just stopped moving and then his eyes were closed.
Oh, that was beautiful, dude. And he just you think he's still awake? Mm-mm.
No.
He's out. He's out and he's starting to snore, and you just hear that cacophony.
even in class, like remember the first few days because everyone was jet lagged.
Yep.
Like we'll just be having class, then all of a sudden you hear someone snoring at the corner, and then you turn around, damn it, John.
Wake the fuck up.
Yeah, wake up, bro. Wake up. Come on. Yeah, but that was a fun trip, though.
Yeah.
That was a fun trip. After that, we went to
LA. Oh wait, we went
West
to
Coast.
San Diego first.
San Diego was nice.
San Diego was nice.
Dude,
San Diego.
In fact, the whole West Coast was just a nice place, honestly.
Yeah. San Diego was nice because that was like the last vestige of human courtesy before you hit the wild streets of LA.
Oh my goodness, the traffic there is mad.
San Diego still had people who were all right because they seemed nice. They would give way, the cars would be polite, nobody would be honking you. But then by the time you get to LA, it's just everybody's out for their own shit, dude.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Fuck you, get out the road, motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, but the same thing happens in Boston, by the way.
Yeah.
If you're just like walking on the street or like you just stop at the side, just to like pull over to get out of the car or your Uber or some shit, people will just wind down their windows and get off the road, motherfucker. It's so common over there.
Yeah.
I asked my brother because he was living there for a while. Then I asked him like, does this happen all the time? Then he's like, yeah, dude, it happens all the time. Even I do it nowadays when I drive.
just getting fucking brought into the shit, dude.
But that's just part of like their culture over there. But they in terms of like giving way and whatnot, they are quite okay with that. It's not like in Singapore. You notice like, I don't know whether you notice this because you don't drive, but if you drive on the roads in Singapore, right, people here drive like dicks, especially during rush hour, man.
They do.
You know what really irritates me? When you're trying to change lane, right? And then people see you signal, they just speed up,
Yeah.
Like they won't even maintain the same speed. They just speed up.
There's actually a lot of space there, but just because they saw you signal, motherfucker wants to close that shit. Like, what the fuck is that?
I don't understand it. Like, you're not saving much time when you do that. You're barely even a second, first of all. Secondly, you're increasing the chances of an accident because like, what if you don't slow down in time when I'm cutting in? Then you're gonna hit me, and then we're gonna have a bigger problem. Just fucking maintain your speed, man. Maintain your speed. I'm really coming in.
Because you were already like at a certain speed to where I know that I can just change lane and come here.
Yeah.
And then just because I fucking signaled, you want to speed up all of a sudden, motherfucker? What is wrong with you?
I think it's like a lot of it comes down to like the cultural mentality of like trying to get ahead, like being in the rat race in Singapore,
getting
like,
ahead.
And it's a lot more apparent during rush hour. Like if I drive like right now it's like 1:30 p.m. If I drive right now, it's still alright. People are, I mean, they will still kind of speed up if they see you signaling, but they're not as like kanjong. What I mean? You drive during rush hour, dude, no one's gonna fucking give way to you. You signal, like signaling, right, is basically signaling for them to just drive forward.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you're gonna cut in. I don't understand it, man. Like honestly, it just increases the chances of.
And honestly, a lot of them are just in a rush to do nothing. They're in a rush to do nothing.
No lah.
They're in a rush to get back home and do fucking jack shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I can empathize with it because, like, I mean, after a long ass day of work, you just want to get the fuck out of work, go home, and then just chill. So maybe.
But I mean, you have those people who are like, they finish work, they get in their car, their work is done by the time they get into their car, so they're not in a rush to do anything. But then you've got people who are like, they get into the car and they're still fucking mad about work, like, fuck, work today was fucking stressful, whatever. Dude, just take a chill pill, man. Yeah. Work is over. The day is over.
Don't drive angry, man.
Don't drive angry. The worst thing you can do is drive angry. That's just calling for accidents to happen, dude.
Yeah, man. It's not just like the whole driving aspect of it. Even like when it comes to like finding parking, which is I think it's just a product of the fact that we are living in a very small country, and there are like 5 million of us now, 5 something. Or is it 6 already? I'm not sure.
At 6.
I'm not sure, man.
I'm not surprised if we're at 6.
Basically, you're just too many motherfuckers in Singapore.
Yeah, too many motherfuckers.
Half of us have to go. If I had to go, I just volunteer. Yeah, it's fine.
Some Thanos
Take
up
me.
in this shit.
But yeah, dude, even parking, man. Like a few weeks back, I was trying to get some Yahava coffee. Shout out.
Again? Bro, you better be getting paid for this shit.
No, I just really like the coffee. Like I'm doing this for
you know
free,
what?
man.
If we're doing that, give me some clout. Give me some clout. I don't even know what the fuck they do, but whatever. Give me some clout.
But honestly, Yahava Coffee at Upper Thomson Road.
Yeah.
One of the best coffees in Singapore. Let me turn this way.
Hey,
here.
if you work at Yahava or you own Yahava, I mean, all I'm saying is
I go there every day. Y'all should give me some free coffee. Yeah.
All I'm saying is
I literally go there every day. If you take my wallet, I have like one of those like stamp cards. You can see how many times I've been there.
Dude, I fucking hate stamp cards, dude.
Dude, they give you free coffee.
I can't do it.
I think you buy like 10 cups of coffee, they give you one free one. So that's why I bring my stamp card around all the time. But yeah, so like...
No, but honestly, I just, for some reason, I just don't like anything to do with freebies or stamping cars and shit. I just feel like, man, fuck that, dude. Somebody else will do that fucking shit, dude. I don't even do coupons. And I'm like, you might call me like, what the fuck? Why aren't you fucking trying to get into a deal, man? But I just can't be fucked, bro.
This is the John I know and love.
I can't be fucked.
See, why do you think we're friends? Bro? Because you're like that. I've always known that you were like that.
God. I can't be fucked for that shit. Why you want to go and like stamp that shit, man?
No,
whatever.
But, I mean, it's just a. You get free stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
But I guess that's why I never get free shit. Because I
Yeah.
can't be bothered to do the fucking things that they want me to do to get free shit.
Well, hopefully after today's episode, we get some free Yahava coffee. I'm really trying to push this.
God, stop.
And you better link them on
We're getting
Instagram or something.
obnoxious, dude. Oh my god.
Hey, I'm trying my best.
Okay, we'll do a quick spin around of the thing.
Guys, if the three of us get free coffee for a
Yahava.
lifetime, y'all have to thank me, yeah? Okay, you have to thank me. I'm out here hustling. What are you doing, man?
Not trying to be a fucking sellout.
No. I will sell out for things that I really enjoy.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
I would too. I would too.
Coffee, yeah?
Just speaking about selling out, your favorite musician selling out.
Who?
No, as in just in general. Like when a person hears about their favorite musician selling out, it seems like a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Well, it depends on how they are.
It depends on
selling
how. I mean, like for yourself, you know, you'd only ever represent something that you would personally use. I believe in the same thing. Like I would promote the shit out of something that I personally believe in to be a good product.
Like right here.
Or like right here. This. So yeah, talking about this real quick. This is the 9 Club. The 9 Club is basically a podcast that's geared towards skateboarders. Like they invite professional skateboarders onto their show and they talk shit. Basically the same thing that we're doing, and I feel like, you know, in some ways the idea is sort of the same, but I believe in their shit. They're basically they're doing the modern take on preserving skateboarding history. So they're documenting all these people coming up in skateboarding, not just the skaters. They're documenting the cinematographers. They're documenting the people who write for the magazines. They're doing the whole spectrum of skateboarding. And I think it's great because in the future, people will have this database to pull from, like to hear more about the skaters. Like 10 years from now, they'll be listening to the 9 Club podcast and be like, oh, so these were the guys who were professional back in the day, and then they can get all this fucking history. And I think that's brilliant. So I think it's a new way to preserve history, especially for skateboarding. That's why I believe in them. I think they're fucking brilliant. And also, Chris Roberts is a funny motherfucker. I love him.
Nice.
I love that dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out. But you were saying about your favorite artist selling out before you went into the advertisement.
Yeah, we're into that advertisement. Brought to you
Guys,
by...
we don't get paid for any of this.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now that we're done with all our sponsorships.
What sponsorships, bro?
Yeah, back to your artist selling out. I don't think you should be too hard up on them. I think at the same time, your artists still need to make a living for their family. So if they can you know, promote a product that they personally believe in and get money out of that, I think more power to them, because they need to earn money somewhere.
What about Maroon 5?
I don't know. I never listened to their music anyway, so I just don't give a fuck.
I think Robin knows what I'm talking. Shit, man, we gotta get a mic for Robin now, honestly.
Yeah.
She laughed because I believe she knows what I'm talking about. The first Maroon 5 album, Songs About Jane. Amazing.
That was a good album.
Very crazy
That was a good
funk
album.
influences, very
And
good soul and
then-
R&B influences. And then they started like just going more and more towards what's the moves like Jagger, the kind of style of music, like, a lot more like
poppy.
electro,
yeah.
a lot more pop.
And it wasn't because they were, because I can understand an artist who wants to change their sound because they want to experiment different things. That's understandable. You want to keep progressing as an artist. You want to try different things. But this is just straight up like they just wanted to be popular.
Yeah, this is just straight up trying to.
They just wanted to be part of the mainstream so that they could be popular and get all the fucking bitches.
Yeah. For those of our listeners that are a bit younger and they don't remember Maroon 5 as being this awesome band that plays like sick funk and soul and R&B music. Maybe not so much. It's a bit R&B.
Dude, I liked them when they were fucking crying out in the corner in the pouring rain.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't remember this Maroon 5, just go back and listen to the album Songs About Jane, the one with She Will Be Loved. Like it's just like
good stuff.
Objectively better music, you know, like take away like all the flash with like the electronic stuff, like all the soundscaping and whatnot. Like it just takes so much more skill as a musician to produce that kind of music because you have to play the instrument.
Yep.
You know, the basses at the time.
They're proper good stuff.
Yeah, and I believe a lot of it was why their sound changed is because their basses changed. Oh. Don't quote me on this. I might be completely wrong here, but I think it was because the basses they changed the basses, so like they had to change the style of music, which is a pity because they should just stick to what got them to the dance. You know what I mean? Yeah. Another good example, dude. What the fuck happened with Coldplay, man?
Yeah, what the fuck happened to
Robin
that guy?
just laughed again. You know why?
Because
we all used to be fans of these
I
bands.
did too.
Like Coldplay, think about Parachutes. You know, think about Parachutes.
Or like, amazing songs.
Yeah, amazing songs. The album with the Scientists. Yeah. A Rush of Blood to the Head. Yeah, that's the name of the album. Even X and Y, the one that Fix
Shiver.
You. Shiver was from Parachutes. And then all of a sudden Chris Martin is doing a collaboration with fucking Chainsmokers. Yeah, singing over what is essentially Closer but in a different key.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. You got like,
man.
So much work being put into that, huh?
Yeah, nah, dude. Guys, seriously, just go on YouTube. Find this video of how to create any Chainsmokers songs. There's this video out there.
I saw that.
I mean, I didn't even have to watch the video. I just
and you know it from hearing it. From hearing it.
And from performing the song at night, like you know it. It's so obvious.
They're all the same.
It's so obvious, man.
Another Taylor Swift.
I think Taylor Swift didn't really sell out. I think she was from the very beginning.
The way that she does
act.
her songs, it's like a lot of the fucking music sounds the same, dude.
Yeah, that's because it's the same chord progression and same kind of chords. That's the okay. But to be fair, also like there are really only like so many chord progressions you can use when it comes to the context of pop music. I realized that when you kind of play out a bit much when you're playing pop music, it doesn't sound as good as good because and listeners they kind of get confused when you play outside of,
because not everyone has that ear for music. Like some of them just want to listen to something that's upbeat, something catchy, but they don't really care to understand what the fuck is happening behind the scenes. Like, why is this a is this a complex piece? Is it a simple piece? They don't really go that far into it. They're just like, oh, this song is catchy, has a nice fucking chorus. I like it. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to be. They don't really care to understand exactly what's going on with the music that they listen to. Yeah, which is I think I'm not sure if I'm saying the phrase correctly, but there's this one guy who said like there's a big difference between I like what I hear and I hear what I like. And the basis behind that is that like I like what I hear is a person who is willing to try every different genre of music and listen to it and have a certain type of appreciation for it despite it not being a mainstream song, despite it not being his personal taste, like he probably listens to rock music most of the time, but he listens to certain types of hip hop because, hey, there's something there that he likes. Like there's a progression there. There's a complexity to it that is resonating with him as a person, and he likes that music. But I like what I hear is a person that just, hears something catchy, and that's it. That's all they're going for. Just the mainstream stuff. I'm not going to go any further into this music. I don't care to understand what music is.
Yeah.
And, just be cool with that.
Well, unfortunately, most people don't really have the time or the interest to,
That's
dig.
True.
Even with, useful tools like Spotify. With Spotify, you can honestly, explore all the different genres of music currently out there, yeah? Mm-hmm. It's just that it takes time, man, and most people, if you're not really into listening to music, you just, wouldn't bother. Wouldn't bother.
Course.
I've met people who...
That's why I don't really give people shit for listening to mainstream music. I personally don't like it myself, but I can see why it's there. It's there to give people a brief period of entertainment until they go on to something else that they're actually interested in doing. Whatever, all good with that.
Yeah, and a lot of people, the way they get their music is either from the radio or from Spotify, top 100. Yeah, the top 100s list, and then they just play the songs from there. It's time consuming to actually look out for what you enjoy, and you're gonna encounter a lot of strange kinds of music, strange genres of music. It's worth it, lah. It's worth it, but it's just time consuming.
Yeah. Oh, shit. What was the thing I wanted to say? Oh, right. Yeah. So basically, there's this thing that I was thinking about. Why is it that musicians, right? Some people they think that a musician should if they're listening to a musician that's underground. Why is it that some people feel like the moment that this musician gets popular, they're it's a bad thing. Share your musician, man. I think the dude is fucking coming up in the world. A lot more people are listening to him. Why you gotta be a dick and be like, I knew him from back when he was underground, and he sounded so much better back then. Shut the fuck up, dude.
I think people just enjoy knowing
having
a well-kept
ownership.
Yeah, and they like to be part of the in group of a well-kept secret. Yeah, and a good band that hasn't really quite made it yet. Yeah, there is a well-kept secret.
But at the same time, they should really think about what they're saying. To say it that way is to make it seem as if you never want the fucking band to earn a living out of their music.
Yeah, but I think a lot of those people that say that they are, first of all, they're young.
True.
I mean,
they want to feel special.
Yeah, they're young and
I knew that guy. I knew that guy first.
What the fuck
that guy.
Voice?
You know that guy because the obnoxious motherfucker. I knew that guy first, man. Whatever, dude.
I mean, people do people enjoy letting other people know that I know about this thing before you did. Yeah, it's just a thing about human beings.
You're
that
a fucking idiot. That's what you are.
A lot of anger in that.
I don't care if I saw I'm sorry I'm the guy who only heard about the band after they became popular, man. Why the fuck you gotta push your thing on me I knew them before you knew them? What?
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck.
It's a fucking competition.
Yeah.
Huh? Fuck you. Did you get a medal for it? No, you didn't, motherfucker. I just hate that kind of person.
Do you get that out of your system?
Yeah, I had to get that out of my system. I just hate people like that.
Yeah. I get it.
You don't have ownership over that motherfucker, dude.
Yeah. I get it, and I definitely have encountered a lot of people like that before. Yeah, but
terrible.
Yeah, it's just people. Some people are just dumb as fuck in certain aspects. I mean, I'll be the first one to admit I'm pretty fucking dumb in certain aspects as well. We all have our blind spots.
I'm not.
I guess that's just one of their blind spots. They're just fucking idiots, man.
Oh my god, it gets even worse when you talk about products like coffee. I found this place first.
Dude, you know what's the worst or not? When people are damn. Don't hold on my Yahava cup, bro. This is mine.
Oh my god.
But you know what's even worse or not?
You don't appreciate it the same way that I do.
Bro, you don't even taste what kind of milk they have in there, okay? You don't understand. They use Meiji milk.
Oh my god, those people are fucking brilliant,
But
dude.
but you know what I find is I feel is worse than that. I have to admit that I fell into that trap before. Like the whole like Apple fanboy versus like Android fanboy kind of thing. Yeah, that is honestly irritating.
Yeah.
You know, like who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who gives a
Who
fuck?
gives a fuck? It's just stuff.
Yeah.
Does Apple pay you to help promote their stuff and talk about how good their stuff is? No, they don't. Look at this. I have
You're
an
not
Apple
getting-
computer right here, which is actually about 7 years old now. I'm surprised that it lasted this long because most Apple products don't last
Yep.
7 years. I've already like prepared for the day it dies on me.
Yeah.
Might be today. See, I have an Apple product and I've got an Android phone as well. You know, it doesn't fucking matter to me.
Yeah.
You know. But there was a point in time where I was when I was quite into arguing with actually just Vinod lah. Because Vinod from the previous episode, he's quite a big he used to be quite a big Apple fanboy, and just to argue for the sake of arguing, I'll just bring up, hey dude, you know Android started doing this years before Apple even thought about it. And which is true.
Yeah.
Because like the whole like control panel thing that now you can do like from the swipe up from the bottom.
Yeah.
That's been around for a long time in the Android world.
Yep.
You know, yeah, fuck Apple, honestly.
When it really comes down to it, fuck Apple. No, but I mean, it
overpriced
also comes down to
phones.
the marketing of products. It's like the way that they market it. It makes you feel like you want to support the product because it resonates with you. So you're like, that's something that they're doing with Apple, and I resonate with it. So I want to support them as much as I can. So fuck Android. And then in the other spectrum, it's like Samsung is doing something that's brilliant. They're doing something that resonates with me. I feel like I've done that shit that they're showing on the advertisement before, so I want to support them. So fuck Apple.
Yeah.
But I mean, fanboyism, you're never gonna get rid of it. People are always gonna be like,
people kind of fall into these camps.
It
Apple
happens
camp.
with. It happens with video games. It happens with fucking skateboarding. Skateboarding has like the people who are like old school, new school, vert, street, whatever, competition. Whatever, dude. Whatever floats your boat, just fucking do it. Stop talking shit about other things, man. God damn it. Oh, Derek's another one. Derek likes to do that too.
We've mentioned Derek so many times on this podcast, but we just gotta bring him on one of these days, honestly. Yeah. Let everyone see who he actually
Who the
is. You know,
fuck this rascal is.
rascal is a brilliant description, bro. He is a rascal.
Oh man.
Okay, but let's call it for this episode first, because I gotta go off soon.
All right.
Gotta have lunch.
Yeah, man.
I hope you guys like the new backdrop. We spent like
We don't look
50+
retro
bucks on
80s
this.
anymore, bro.
Yeah, now we look kind of. We used to look very low budget. Now we look
I
like
hope
we
we
are.
look a bit more Singaporean.
Yeah.
Tropical.
I think there's a nice touch actually.
Yeah.
Still a bit of a homebrew setup that we
Yeah.
have here,
We're still
but
gonna
with
be
a nicer
homebrew for a while.
background, of course. Hopefully, we can replace this one with a nice. I don't know. Replace it with something else instead next time instead of straight black.
and drab.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? I'm wearing black, dude. What a
Yeah, you know why you're not sitting here? Because then you disappear. in the
I
background.
disappear. All you see is my head.
See, I don't know whether you noticed, but every time when we have a guest on, they're all wearing black as well for some
Yeah.
reason. They're all sitting at this side. You know, they're sitting at this side because,
Yeah,
dude,
they
what's
just-
up? You're wearing black t-shirts. Come on, wear different colors, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So anyways, thanks for listening to this episode of the podcast. Y'all might get a bit confused with how we've ordered the different episodes to get released. We apologize for that, but
Yeah, at the moment, we're not at the point where we can release it same day or next day.
Yeah.
We got to have a bit of a backlog because we're all doing our own shit too.
yeah, and we're
So-
kind of winging it as well.
Yeah,
so
we're kind of winging it too.
that's what happens when you wing it.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, good to talk to you again, bro.
Yeah, dude.
And we'll see you
Anytime.
guys sometime soon. Peace out.
We out.